This video is from our trip to Penticton, Osoyoos and Vancouver, or in short, WWW, aka Wine, Wild Horses and Water Taxi. Ursula was reading about the horses in the Okanagan that are roaming in the wild. Of course, I had high expectations after the horses we saw in Newfoundland a few years ago. But reality is not always that kind. Or is it? Welcome to our escapades. Ursula is the navigator, my name is Dieter, and I'm the wheelman. We landed in Vancouver and headed up to Whistler. The hotel was in Whistler Village, where most of the action is. From Whistler, we headed north on Highway 99 and stopped at the Duffy Lake. The lake is famous for the log jam. It is a popular sightseeing spot for travelers. Now, this is not our Jeep. We picked up this rental car at the Vancouver airport. About 10 kilometers before we came to kḻlil, we saw this waterfall across the valley. The distance is about 900 meters and within the range of the drone, so I couldn't resist having a closer look at the falls. We arrived in Penticton, checked into the hotel, and off we went for dinner. Pizzeria Tratto. Excellent pizza, and we got a whole new perspective on the meaning of kḻllil. Next day, a hike on the Kettle Valley Rail Trail. The trail starts at the lower bench road and follows the top of the cliff. It was very windy. The jacket was not a luxury. Up ahead is a trestle from the Kettle Valley Rail. And here we uncovered the big mystery where they grow the milk. It was less of a mystery to find a winery. We knew D'Angelo from previous visits and stopped to enjoy a glass of wine and the view. We stopped in Okanagan Falls, hoping to visit the waterfall. The falls were tamed by a hydro dam, not what we were hoping for. The trestle in the back is actually the bridge from the Kettle Valley Rail, and it is part of the trail. The view from Highway 3 over Osoyoos Lake and Osoyoos the town. Our hotel was right on the beach. The perfect location with all the stores and restaurants within walking distance. Our first destination, the Spotted Lake, less than 10 kilometers away. It is a lake rich in minerals that form these spots. The lake is known to the First Nations people for its healing properties. Continuing on Highway 3 and taking the Kobau Lookout Forest Service Road. The gravel road heads up Mount Kobau at an elevation of 1,873 meters. That is about 1,600 meters above Osoyoos. It is a changing scenery, with several amazing viewpoints. We didn't encounter much traffic and could stop almost anywhere along the road. We could see Osoyoos from the top. The weather was cooperating. No surprise. This area has the lowest average annual precipitation in southern Canada. It is also called the Okanagan Desert. Junction 3 Coffeehouse in Osoyoos has it all. Muffin, original croissant, glazed croissant and so much more. Oh yeah, and Americano, cappuccino, mocha, macchiato. This was our favorite hangout at any time of the day. The second day, we went looking for the wild horses. We followed McKinney Road and enjoyed the stunning scenery. I was fascinated by the tall trees, the ponderosa pines. As it turned out, I picked the tallest of them all. The defining characteristic is the thick orange bark with flakes that look like a jigsaw puzzle. The view from the top of the tree is simply amazing. And then, there they were, the wild horses, a good distance away up on the mountain slope. We saw more of them along the road. There was no doubt they do own this place. I can honestly say my expectations were met. These are majestic horses. We found another kind of horses in downtown Osoyoos. Last day, early morning. We walked to the Junction 3 Coffeehouse and had a last look over Osoyoos Lake. Then we hopped in the car and off we went towards Vancouver. Our hotel was somewhere around here, within walking distance to Gastown. Obviously, we had to see the Gastown steam clock. As luck would have it, we were there at a quarter after when the full program was whistling. A few steps away is the old spaghetti factory. There is no reason not to go there, but there are many reasons to ignore the scale conveniently located at the entrance. Cool interior, the old rail car. That would make this the predecessor of the Vancouver SkyTrain. Fresh bread, still warm and so yummy. Spaghetti with cheese for me, and my big question was, Why would anybody else eat anything else than spaghetti in the old spaghetti factory? On the way back to the hotel, let off more steam. The second day was Stanley Park and water taxi. Heading down to Canada Place and the Harbour Air runway. Yeah, it is in the water. This view brings back memories. A few days ago, we went on a glacier tour in one of the Harbour Air floatplanes. Absolutely awesome. On our way to Stanley Park, we didn't take the boardwalk around the peninsula and turned back after the totem poles. The water taxis are not in the Vancouver Harbour, but south in the Falls Creek. This is an inlet with the globe of the science world at the end. Our destination, the Sandbar restaurant. The food is as spectacular as the interior. By the time we finished our meal, we just made it to catch the last water taxi. The dark sky, the lights and the reflection in the water were magical. That is hard to beat. It was our last night here in Vancouver after all. We watched the taxi take off into the night and changed our focus on the Rocky Mountaineer tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the train.